Courtney. One of the smartest women I've ever met, but she does have her legal issues. Next, a history of this thing that you're listening to right now.
More of the Secret History of Rock coming up. Back to the Secret History of Rock with Alan Cross.
While it's possible that you're listening to me through some kind of digital device or the internet, this show was originally constructed to be played over the radio. Now, I love radio. It all began when my grandmother gave me a transistor radio for my 6th birthday. I loved it so much that I ended up making it my life's work. Radio is everywhere. The clock radio, the kitchen, the stereo in the living room, the car, the office, the gym, the store. In fact, there were so many radios that they outnumber people in North America. There are thousands of FM stations and thousands of AM stations. But because radio is so ubiquitous, most people don't give it much thought. It's always been there, and it's always been free, and it's always been easy to use. Radio has become so tightly integrated into our lives that we really don't notice it perhaps as much as we should, which is why I want to talk about it. And this will give me an excuse to play some great songs about radio. Who invented radio? Not Guillermo Marconi. His invention was the wireless telegraph, a device that could send Morse code signals to ships at sea. There was no voice, no music involved, but he did set the foundations for what would become radio. Canada was involved in this. On December 12, 1901, Marconi went to St. John's, Newfoundland, and successfully received a wireless transmission from a station in Portsmouth, England. It was the letter S in Morse code. Marconi wanted to keep all this technology to himself. He sold Marconi transmitters and Marconi receivers to shipping lines and navies all over the world. He became very rich. But remember that we're just talking about Morse code. It took another guy to tame the airwaves so it could transmit voice and music. This guy's name was Reginald Fessenden, a Canadian-born engineer who first broadcast something intelligible through the air in his lab outside of Washington, D.C. And the first words were, predictably, 1, 2, 3, 4. He worked on the technology for the next couple of years, and then on December 24th, 1906, he sent out a short broadcast. It included this piece of music, Ombra Me Fu by Handel, played off a phonograph. Then Fessenden played O Holy Night himself on the violin, and then he offered a quick Bible reading. So, in those few moments, Fessenden became the first DJ, the first radio performer, and the first radio announcer. Radio, as we know it, had been born.